why are all these people reporting health improvements? And the diets are all so different. So today, I'm going to compare the standard American diet, the SAD diet, to some of the most popular eating styles. And I'm going to talk very honestly about the pros and cons of each diet. So whether it's keto or carnivore or the lion diet or paleo or vegan, vegetarian, or the SAD diet, just the plain old SAD diet that we've all been on for the last how many years? Not counting the SAD diet. Any of those other diets though, anyone who is on those diets, they report feeling better, getting healthier, losing weight. So why is that happening? These diets disagree on almost everything. So why are people reporting that they're feeling better on any one of those diets? Again, except the SAD diet. So I think the answer may be simpler than we even realize. I think the biggest health improvement has nothing to do with the label. All of those diets are about getting rid of ultra processed foods, lowering sugar intake, getting rid of the seed oils. Every one of those diets, that is what they're about. Limiting fast food eating, cutting down on the constant snacking. So the standard American diet, this is where everybody starts. This is the diet that we've been told to eat for how many years now? Many, many, many years. So the common features of the standard American diet are the high ultra processed foods, the fast food, the sugary drinks, the constant snacking, the heavy convenience foods. Plus, we've been taught to kind of eat on autopilot. Eat all the time. Never let yourself get hungry. So the possible problems with this diet, you've got the energy crashes, you got the constant hunger, the cravings, the weight gain, the poor relationship with food that's caused by this diet, and then just overeating highly palatable foods. I think a lot of people just don't even realize how abnormal eating this modernized diet has become. All right, now we're going to shift to keto. Let's talk about that diet. So the pros to this diet is it helps people reduce their cravings, gives you a more stable energy. This diet is about less sugar and less processed foods. And then your appetite control improves for a lot of people on this diet. So the cons to the keto diet, it's so easy to become a junk food keto. There's so many keto labeled products out there, and it's very easy to think, oh, those are okay because they say keto. It requires a little bit of planning, so it's not quite as simple as the standard American diet where you can just go pick up anything anywhere and eat it. And it's a little socially difficult for some people. Even though people struggle a little bit with keto, it still improves people's health because it helps them overcome the carb addiction and the high sugars and kind of pulls them away from the processed foods. Hey guys, quick favor to ask. Would you mind hitting the like button below? That is a huge help to this small channel. YouTube likes it. It just tells them that my channel is worth pushing out a little bit. Anyway, I would appreciate all your likes. All right, let's shift to the low carb diet, just standard low carb diet. So the low carb diet is usually a little more flexible than the keto diet. Some of the pros are it's just easier long term. It's a little bit more flexible. It does help reduce the processed food intake, and it's just a little bit easier socially. Some of the cons of this diet is just really, really easy to drift back into your old habits. You start getting a little bit more of a portion creep, and it can still become processed food heavy. But for many people, just going low carb changes and improves so much. So it works for some people. All right, let's shift to the paleo diet. So paleo focuses more on whole food eating, less processed ingredients. The pros are it encourages more cooking. It's more of a real food focus, and it still removes many processed ingredients. The cons of the paleo diet, it can get expensive. The rules tend to vary, and then some people view it as a little bit complicated. However, the paleo diet, a lot of people see improvement just because they're eating whole foods and less processed ingredients. All right, now we're going to shift to carnivore. So carnivore strips things down even further. Carnivore is basically called the elimination diet. The pros, it is very extremely simple. It removes all processed foods. It does help people identify food triggers, and then your appetite regulation may improve as well. The cons are it's very restrictive. It's a little more socially difficult, and it's not ideal for some people long term. However, some people really thrive on this because it is so simple. It kind of takes away all the food noise and you're basically eating for nutrition only. And then we shift to the lion diet. So that's the next level of carnivore. So the lion diet is even a more restrictive version of carnivore. The pros to it is even more simple. It's extremely simple. It removes nearly all possible food triggers. The cons of the lion diet are it's extremely restrictive. Extremely. It's just mentally difficult for some. It's very hard socially because it all is based around ruminant animals, and it's not realistic long term for everyone. Lion diet is less about variety and more about elimination and simplicity. Then you have the vegan diet. So the vegan diet removes all animal products, no animal products at all. The pros are it often increases vegetable intake, so it encourages more awareness around food choices, so it can reduce fast food and processed meat intake. So the cons of the vegan diet: protein and nutrients may require a little more planning. They can become highly processed, and some people struggle with satiety on this diet. However, a whole food vegan diet can still be a huge improvement over the standard American diet. So then you have the vegetarian diet. So vegetarian eating is a little more flexible. It's easier socially, and it does encourage more whole foods. The cons of the vegetarian diet: it's so easy to overconsume processed carbohydrates. So the fake meats and the processed foods can often become a crutch on this diet. So like every other diet, food quality still matters. So what's the common thread here? So most of these diets, except the SAD diet, or remove at least some combination of ultra-processed foods, the sugar overload, the constant snacking, the convenience foods, as well as the mindless eating. And maybe that's the bigger conversation. I'm not here to tell people that there's only one way to eat. I think people should pay attention to how they feel, listen to how their body reacts, and just try to build a sustainable lifestyle around real food, just real food. Because honestly, just getting away from the standard American diet puts you way ahead of the game. I would love to hear from you. Whether you're carnivore, keto, low carb, vegan, vegetarian, I would love to hear about the diet that you eat, how it's helped you, how you feel on that diet. You know, is it sustainable? Are you healing? Have you lost weight? Have you gotten rid of all your medications? You know, if you're on a diet where you have to supplement, tell me, let's not argue in the comments. Just talk about what you've done, because anything that is not the standard American diet is definitely an improvement. We have got to start making these changes for ourselves and for our kids. So there is no bad diet if the diet is healing you. And the standard American diet does nothing but damage and destroy people's health and people's lives. Anxious to hear your thoughts. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys.